one of the most frustrating things as being a real estate photographer is probably getting in there and understanding all the terms. So you're trying to learn this new craft, this new sort of, you're really launching yourself in. You're trying to open up a business. You're trying to get clients. You're trying to get on forums and learn things. And people are saying things that you don't understand. They're using terminology. Every sort of business area has a certain esoteric terms, and it's really difficult to understand all those, and even to look them up sometimes. If you're having to look up something, well, it might, the same term, it might be used different ways in other industries. So in my course, we're going to jump over here. I actually have, we'll first jump in and see what course it is. I have on my website, pechephoto.com, the Quit Your Job course, which is really geared toward people just getting into this industry, into real estate photography. How do you get started? And that is one of the things we cover. We have a 5-page glossary of terms, and these are what I came up with, just the most important terms that you're going to need to understand in order to learn the most efficiently. So for example, you go through this and you learn, say 90% of the terms I have in there. You're going to go onto forums and stuff, and you're going to be understanding very quickly, a lot quicker than you would have otherwise, right? Because you're going to know. We're going to take a sneak peek at it here, so we don't want to show you the whole thing because, people have paid for the course and it's not really fair, but we get a little sneak peek of the terms, and it's a 5-page document. You can see here we go through things like, for example, what's a crop body? What is that? Do you know what that is exactly? What is a composite photograph? What is that exactly? What is it blown out? What is it when they say blooming? So all these terms, you may not completely understand. You may have a little bit, sort of a half idea what they are. They're going to be crystal clear to you. What is, dynamic range? What is all this stuff? So all this stuff you really need to know in real estate photography, the terms you really need to understand what people are talking about in these conversations when they talk about lighting, when they talk about, masking or luminosity mode or a luminosity mask. And incidentally, that one actually gets used improperly a lot of times, luminosity mask. So hopefully we'll clear that up, in the terms here. All right. So anyway, you got a little sneak peek there, the terms. Don't forget, it's a very, very complicated thing. These courses, a course like this, one of these terms, if you had trouble understanding one of these terms, let's say APS-C, that could take you 10 minutes to figure it out, right? Well, you got a nice, reference here that'll just help save that 10-20 minutes that you had to figure that out. And guess what? It's really specific to real estate photography. It's going to save you a ton of time. The course is only $50 or $60. I think for Quit Your Job is $60 right now. So absolute no-brainer on the cost part of it. So don't forget to jump over there. Pechephoto.com, and then One Light Tutorials. Quit Your Job is the one for beginners. And yeah, let me know if you have any questions. I know a lot of people actually, there was a couple people that requested this before I made the course, of the glossary. So I think it's a great addition there. And I think the main point behind that is a big part of your learning. Of course, you're not going to learn everything you learn from the course, right? A big part of your learning is always going to come when you get online and you're interacting with other people. But to sort of decode that esoteric language, you're going to have to know what a lot of those terms are. And it's going to take you a long time unless you have a little glossary like this, okay? So check it out. Jump over there. I think the value is really good. Hope everyone's having a nice little holiday and their Thanksgiving went well. Thanks for tuning in. I'll see you for the next video.